So this is video number 3, where we're talking and trying to help you better communicate the gospel with the people around you. The reason that we're doing this is we've instituted this initiative that we're calling Go Days across our association, where we are encouraging all of our churches and their members to begin sharing the gospel on particular days in a concerted effort all across the footprint of the Columbia metro area. So in this video, what I want to do is the last video we talked about how to use conversation tools to be able to share the gospel with the people around us. One of those tools that I wanted to mention to you that you need to be ready to share because you've just asked a person a question about, hey, what do you think about Jesus? Or what kind of spiritual background did you come from? Or what kind of faith practices did you guys have growing up? You've just had those kind of conversations. One of the things that you need to be ready to do is you need to be ready to talk about your own story, your testimony, your story about how you came to know Jesus and why you believe in him. And so one of the easy outlines to be able to do that is to talk about your life before you met Christ, what happened and why you trusted in Jesus, when you did trust him, and then what your life has been like since then. Usually people will use that sort of an outline. I want to encourage you to keep this story very as short as possible. Try to do so in at least 1 or 2 minutes, no longer than that, especially for a person that maybe you don't have a lot of opportunity and a lot of time to talk to. And I also want to encourage you, as you're thinking about your story, try to use words that aren't churchy. Try to avoid words like "I walked down an aisle" or "during the invitation," because non-Christians, most of them who live in our area, they don't know those words. They don't know what a church aisle is. They don't know what an invitation is. Those kind of things. You may even want to steer away from, like I said, the sinner's prayer. They're probably thinking, man, what in the world is that? And so I just want to encourage you to think about your own story in very, very, very simple, easy to understand language. My life before I met Christ, my life when I met Christ, and then my life since I met Christ. One of the things I also like to do when I'm sharing my testimony is I like to talk about why I trusted Jesus. Like, what were the circumstances in my life that caused me to believe and to trust in Jesus? And so our stories are certainly a powerful element to sharing the gospel with the people around us. And so I want to encourage you to think about your story, write it down so that you have those words together. Sometimes my story changes and it interchanges between person to person, just depends on who I'm talking to. But think about your story and be willing to share your story about how you came to faith in Jesus.